Alright, this is a guy I mentioned earlier, Walter Trout. His guitar solos is very catchy when you watch him. I've seen Walter a handful of times. I only got to know about him for the very first time probably when he was sick. Walter had liver failure or liver disease, and he had to get a liver transplant. And like, he was a big, before he took sick, he was a big, healthy, sort of strong man. And when I seen him for the first time, I think it was before he got his transplant. Like, he was nothing to him. Where do you hear this one?
Well, tonight I'm going to dedicate
This is the live one. I struggled actually. I struggled to get a studio version of this song. It's called "Say Goodbye to the Blues," and I like the story. But here, this one's from live in Amsterdam, and he does a bit of an introduction, which Walter does in a lot of his songs and a lot of his shows, and I love hearing him telling the stories.
This is an old song of mine I wrote years ago, and I'm always happy to say that I think it was about 5 years in a row that the good people of the Netherlands voted this song the #1 blues song of all time.
Yeah, and you can hear, again, a big thing that I love in Walter's songs is the organ
So this is for BB,
in the background.
greatest blues man that
So
ever
dedicate
lived.
this one to B.B. King. Bum, bum, bum.
Say goodbye.
You can hear, I don't know if you can hear it there, but
Say goodbye
that organ carries in the background.
to the blues.
That's actually his guitar there, yeah. It's filling in.
Say goodbye.
So this song is sort of like a slower one, but
Say goodbye.
to the blues. It's very touching actually. It's like quite emotional whenever you listen to this one, and hear that. Because the road is finally taking you to a place where there ain't no more bad news. And then he goes off on his guitar, like, I think, or maybe even our verse, but bum 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 bum. Yeah, I want you to hear some of the solo in a second, but Walter. So he got his transplant. When I seen him, there was nothing to him, but then I think he got his transplant, and he made a full recovery, and he's back now. He's healthy. He's an older man now, but I've seen Walter maybe 10 times. Met him before. Spoke to him. Told him I played some of his songs on guitar as well, and some of the ones, obviously I like the obscure ones, and he says to me, "Man, I forgot about that one," whatever the song was at the time. I told him, but yeah, big ambassador of the liver, of organ donation. So many good songs, but like I picked this. Where do you hear this here, though? So, it's very much your flowing blues rock. It's like everything's in sequence, but played to the highest of standard. And he definitely gets through a lot of the scales on the guitar. Kenny Wayne Shepherd, Eric Steckel, all these guys that I like, especially the more player based ones. A lot of them are exceptional guitar players, and they do push the instrument to the limits. And I think if you're as good as that, that's the way it needs to be done. Like, yeah, I learned about Walter again through like the friends of mine who know a lot about music, and probably got me into this style of music in the first place. But they learned me about a lot of great musicians, that non-famous musicians, so to speak, very famous to me, but like, they're not commercial, but like great players. I love this song. I love this album. I'm in arms and chains. Why did you hoodoo me? Again, flowing the beat. Bam, ba-dum, bam, 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 ba-dum, bam, bam. That beat just going and then like been soloed over the top of. It's like lethal. That is Savoy Brown is the name of the band, and the song is called Why Did You Hoodoo Me? It's the first song of the album called Witchy Feeling by them. It's a great album. It's actually up there with, if you want to sit down and listen to a good sort of rock blues album, and again very clear vocals. But Kim Simmons is the guy who sang and played guitar, and you know what, he just died there I think last year or the year before as well, and it was a sad day when that happened. But older band again, but yeah, Why Did You Hoodoo Me? That album, Witchy Feeling, check it out. You want to listen to that thing from start to finish. Like, there's not one song particularly the same, sound all different, but they all sound great. So I did pick that song as the opening track, but when I first discovered Savoy Brown, again, as a neighbour of mine, we used to actually sit and listen to different songs and show each other what we've discovered, and he showed me Savoy Brown one night, and I think it was Street Corner Talking album, and if you look at that one, actually it's on YouTube too. The artwork for it's brilliant. There's so much going on, and like, we used to sit and look at it and wonder, what does that mean, or what does this mean? Like, there's all, it's like a shop front, imagine, and like all these different characters in it. But there was some great songs in it too. I think there's a song that I like. I find it difficult again to find a great version of it. All I Can Do Is Cry is the name of the song. It goes on for ages. You do get live versions, and it can be a bit rough, no recordings. But I remember recently my brother took me from Cookstown after one of our gigs he was in, and he drove me home, and I think I put, like, I'm 15 minutes from Cookstown, and I think I put that song All I Can Do Is Cry on for him in the van, and it was still playing by the time I got home. So it's one of those songs. But this occasion I've picked Why Did You Hoodoo Me. Basically, again, it's the #1 track on that Witchy Feeling album. But go and check out Savoy Brown. There's a world of stuff to uncover. It's good music. Some of you might recognise this. My friends, they all told me.
My friends, they all told me.
Bum, bum.
Man, there's something gonna change your life.
Dun, dun.
My friends, they all told
The hairs
me.
is actually standing on the back of my
Man,
neck.
there's something gonna change your life.
This is ZZ Top, Brown Sugar. Now, it's from their first album. It's probably my favourite ZZ Top album. It's more bluesy than the later ones. You know, a lot of people know the famous songs, Give Me All Your Lovin', and it springs to mind there, but Legs, Tush, I like them ones too, but this album here is great. But Brown Sugar, again, even there's a great version of this on YouTube. Like, I think they're like in an old barn playing. Dusty Hills, unfortunately, again passed away there. Recently it's been a bad year for people passing away, or last year, but that's just simplicity. but perfection. Then lifts the beat with you here. Bum, 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 bum. You just wait for this to kick in. And you know the song and you appreciate that mellow start, but once that starts, you're rocking. ZZ Top are from Texas, and I mean again it's that like deep south, and gangs, drugs, cartels, wild women, all that stuff. You get it in ZZ Top, like, but I mean it tells stories that people can relate to. And even if they're not true stories, like, you know, it's great imagination. Yeah, so like Billy Gibbons is just like, you know, looking at him alone, just with the beard and all, he's a character as well. So, you know, ZZ Top, what an awesome band. So Brown Sugar, check them out. I've got a little friend that has come along. Come here, do you see? He's soaking wet. They're playing with water up there. Look, this is Austin. Austin would make short work of that camera if he got a hold of it. The next song I've picked is, never seen this guy live. Was meant to go, but then he cancelled with ill health. But he did go again, rescheduled it. The date I wasn't able to go. It's called Robin Thrower, or Thrower, some people call him, but brilliant guitar player. He's a guitar player. He always have a singer on the band. The band's named after the guitar player, but he's good. Haven't listened to a lot of his stuff, but this particular song called Two Rolling Stoned has always stood out to me, and it's great drumming there actually. Charlie should find out who drums on that track. Sure would appreciate it. It's like he's a big wah man. It's a bit funky. And there's a change comes here. I love it, the change, just the way the song changes. But again, so fitting. So that's your wah. Wow, 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 wow. Yeah, it's great music. Robin Thrower, go check him out. Like other songs that pop up to my head, I think it's like Dave the Eagle or Bridge of Sighs is actually another one that's one of his more famous ones. Yeah, that's going to be our next transportation till our next Deep Strikes gig at one of those festivals, I think, that Leonard Skinner played in. It's actually the police. You put the head down. Anyway, back to what we were talking about. Yeah, so there were some of the other songs by Robin Thrower. Brilliant, again, a bit heavier and a bit crazy in places with the changes, but guitar masterclass, guitar masterclass, all the same. Yeah, White Snake, Ain't No Love in the Heart of the City. Now, the first time that I heard this song was actually in a place in Dungannon called The Fort. I've only been there once, and there was actually a live gig, and I don't know how regular they done this, but it was a guy that was one of the founding members. It was a guy from Whitesnake, well, ex-Whitesnake, called Bernie Morrison, and I since discovered, listened to a lot of Bernie stuff, and Bernie again just passed away there in the last year, and which is sad. I have met Bernie a few times, but and he's played the Rory Gallagher Festival too. You'll see a theme here. But the first time I heard that song, Ain't No Love in the Heart of the City, Bernie played it at the Fort. He was there, and Pat McManus is another Irish guitar player and singer, and Pat opened up for Bernie, but I hadn't seen or tell of Bernie at this time, and I knew he was ex-Whitesnake, and he played a great set that night, but he played this song, and everyone there, again, when I'm younger, I'm running around with like a lot older audience, because again, my mates, my music mates are like, I don't know if they like me saying this, but some of them are twice my age almost. But back then, when I was probably, say, 20 years old, like these guys could have been 40 or touching 40, but that night, like the whole crowd is all those older guys, and when they played Ain't No Love in the Heart of the City, and like you sing, Ain't no love in the heart of the city, there ain't no love in the heart of town, and everyone there was singing these lyrics back, and I was like, wow. And I looked around, and just the whole place was in harmony, and I was thinking, how the hell do I not know this song? And again, I knew it after that night, but Bernie Morrison did release an album not long before he passed away, and this song, Ain't No Love in the Heart of the City, was on it. And when he did play at the Rory Gallagher Festival, it could be twice as well, I seen him at it. The last time he had to sit down on a chair and all, he just sort of was a bit ill health, which was sad to see, but like the sound he was getting was amazing. And when he did play this song at the festival a few times, it was always the one that I was looking forward to hearing. But that leads to, why did I pick the Whitesnake version? It is slightly different to the version Bernie done, but the Whitesnake version then is probably the one that I went to learn the song. But I do love David Coverdale as well. I love his singing. He's such a showman. He's Mr. Cheddar. He's so cheesy, so silky, and I hope they're all compliments if he ever sees this. But he's such a great singer too, and great frontman. Seen Whitesnake again a few times, and this song, Ain't No Love in the Heart of the City, out of all the brilliant songs that they have, I love a lot of them. I love singing them to myself in my spare time. But Whitesnake's such a powerful band, and they have a long history and backlog of going ons and everything else. But I think this version was just like David Coverdale's voice, and like it's a wee bit more smoother. I know in this song, I don't think it's originally their song either. I definitely have heard a version of this song like from someone else. I just can't remember who it was now. That from way beyond Whitesnake's time. So it might not be original. I hope I'm right in saying that, but like, the version they do of it is like brilliant, so smooth, and like, the rhythm, and a sing-along, good sing-along song. So that was that one. Angus Young guitar. AC/DC. I think if anyone likes music, there's a soft spot somewhere in there for AC/DC. Yeah, I'm not gonna spend too much time trying to like convince people on like why this one's better now, because everyone have their own favorite AC/DC song. This isn't probably, again, essentially my favorite. It's up there. It's when I done this experiment of having to narrow it down to one song, and that's one of many songs that I listened to growing up. But it's the one, again, if you want to know what AC/DC, what they sound like, what they're about, like Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap was Bon Scott too, is brilliant. We've seen them recently in Dublin, which is probably the last time we've seen them. They're in Croke Park, and the sound was great. I know there's Brian's had problems with his voice in the past, but it sounded good that night, and like I'm happy to leave it at that, seeing them live. And I seen them before, I think, down at Punchestown, and maybe the Aviva. So I think I've seen them two or three times. I can't remember just now off the top of my head, but again, great rocking night out, and I'm glad that they've been going when I've been able to get out and enjoy them, and I've been the right age still. So another older band, but very grateful for what they've done for rock and roll. Right, next. Oh, so this one is Bad Company, Ready for Love. And if any of you recognise this voice, this is The Voice. Mr. Paul Rogers, who you would have heard on the very first song when singing for free. So I've sort of cheated here slightly, but it's not cheating at the same time because it's two different bands. But Bad Company, so many good songs, but look, the great voice, Ready for Love. This song also takes a turn in the middle. I think even at this part here, like how smoothly it flows, like the rhythm, the beat, it's like it's not overkill, it's simple, but it's so like addictive at the same time. Build up, build down, but just so simple. It changes, I think, into like a mad piano solo. I'm gonna find it, hold on. Okay, here we go, right? I hope the sound's picking it up okay. They've got like great songs called Bad Company, and Feel Like Making Love was one. Used to play actually acoustically when I played out years ago. Like listening to songs is great. It's sometimes good too to go and watch the bands, even if you can't see them live anymore, if they're not touring or whatever, just watch some videos of them on YouTube or whatever, because it's good to see the stage presence, and like they're expressing what the songs are about, what the feeling is, like, you know. So that's that one. The number will have been before. I'm just putting it in. I cannot remember what numbers are anymore, but it's somewhere on the list of soundtrack of Declan's life. Next song, let's go. Oh, a band called 10 Years After. And again, I ended up with the 10 Years After album one time. I don't know how, because I didn't know nothing about the band. In fact, it just sprung to me maybe why I bought that album, but I'm not going to go into that today. But all I'm saying is that the front cover was like the band members like in a grassy field. Put together what you wish of that. I think this song might have been on it. It's called Love Like a Man. There were so many good songs, like Hello Little Schoolgirl was one that was on that album, I think, and I can't remember if it was a greatest hits or not. I can't remember. I could look it up, and I'm not going to. You can look it up. But Alvin Lee was the name that always stood out there about this band. Love Like a Man. Why did I pick this one? Aye. I think it was that intro. Down, 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 down. And you'll hear it here throughout the song. I just love that groove. Down, 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 down. And then it goes on to. I'm gonna find this. I think it's gonna come up now anyway, but it changed. They got dun 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 dun. Yeah, so this band has got great guitar solos, groove. Like, what do I know a lot about their history? Probably not. I should look into it, yes, but does it sound good? Yes, and that's the most important thing. You like listening to something that's good to listen to, and I did listen to this song and a lot of other songs from this band. It just sounded good, like, and they were good. Actually, like, it was a part of my life probably where, like, it's probably a part of my life where I like listening to that psychedelic sort of, more psychedelic-y sort of type music. But this was one that probably, one of the bands that stood out at that time, because their music is psychedelic. So it's gone off there and one. So you'd find a lot of their songs takes you on a journey. I'd imagine if you took the famous, like, plant ayahuasca, which takes you on like a trip to see your life through psychedelics, or, I mean, I'd imagine you'd feel the exact same feelings as listening till 10 years after. And just on a note to remember, again, wasn't an original band, because again they're an old band, but grateful for the Rory Gallagher Festival once again. Had 10 years after playing at it there, it must be about 5 years ago, and that was a great night to see. There's a young guy, don't know his name, playing the new singer and playing guitar. He was brilliant, played everything and sang everything pitch perfect, note perfect, and there was original members there in the band, but to have them there in Ireland playing, it was, especially in this day and age, is unheard of. So they done well to get them there. But great night. Just it's all coming back to me now. Yeah, you'd imagine what a good Rory Gallagher festival is like, with a few pints of Guinness and good vibes flowing. But yeah, 10 years after, if you want a psychedelic trip without taking any psychedelics, put your earphones in, listen to some 10 years after. It's great stuff. Yeah, on that note, we'll move on to the next one.